This is a scene from Snowtown, the highly anticipated film about the 12 South Australian murders dubbed the bodies in the barrels. The real murders took place in Adelaide 15 years ago, and most of the bodies were taken to Snowtown. All 4 killers are now in jail. The film is told through the eyes of the youngest, James Vlasakis, who fell under the spell of notorious John Bunting. It's been a baptism of fire for first-time director Justin Kurzel.
The film will bring up some anguish with some of the people connected to the events in the film. I'm just hoping that the film is an observation that, and I hope that it engages with the audience about why and how this happened.
Government agencies defended their controversial decision to help fund the $2.5 million movie.
We've had many scripts over the years about this particular topic, but they've been more of those kind of gore fest, and we weren't particularly mindful to do that. So this was a particularly strong script about the psychology of evil. It's not a sort of a slasher movie. It is a difficult subject.
We certainly had a long discussion before we committed to the funds, but having read the script and seen the calibre of the creative team, we just felt it wasn't a project that we could say no to. Art isn't about entertainment all the time. It's not just about the good things in life, it's also about the dark things in life.
I'm not keen about any sort of film that's made that focuses on murder and doesn't actually show the true costs, the consequences for people. It's not my cup of tea, it's not my type of movie. However, I agree that in Australia we have a right of freedom of speech, and within the arts area there's an opportunity for that freedom to be explored and examined and depicted through these types of films.
Victims of Crime Commissioner Michael O'Connell originally opposed the film. Later he represented the victims' families, working with the filmmakers to address community concerns. He's seen the film and says it doesn't glorify the murders.
What it does is challenges us as a community to think about the contribution that we make in our broad social policy towards shaping people who can ultimately become such horrible, such disgusting criminals.
But he says the families declined an invitation to see the film.
They decided that it was likely to be too distressing for them, that they felt extremely anxious. Some said that they had decided they didn't want to relive such a horrific part in their life.
The consultations surrounding the making of the film Snowtown have created a precedent. With a public hunger for stories about crime and murder, it may be the blueprint when it comes to making more movies about real-life events.
Michael's been a liaison between us and the families, so he's been the one that's been coordinating the kind of dialogue, I guess, between us and the families.
And were there any requests that you thought you couldn't really agree to in terms of that would have impacted on your artistic freedom?
No.
Snowtown will be released nationally in May. Anne Maria Nicholson, Lateline.